Hi, this is Brown Girl Gourmet, and today we're making red velvet cake. Welcome to my channel for those who are new, and if you're not, thanks for coming back. Keep watching. Okay, so these are the items that I'll be using, and I'll list all the ingredients in the description below. So we're going to start with cake flour, and I'm going to sift the cake flour. Now this is baking powder, cocoa powder, and then also a little bit of salt. So what you want to do is just whisk all of those ingredients together to make sure they're getting blended pretty well, and then I'm going to put that in a smaller bowl. So this is an up close of what it looks like all mixed together. And I'm going to set that to the side, and now I'm going to use a bigger bowl, and I'm going to start with my butter and some sugar. This is vegetable oil that I'm adding in now, and then also vanilla extract and red food coloring or red dye. So you're going to want to mix all of that or blend that all together, and then add in eggs. So I'm using 3 eggs, and I add the eggs in one at a time, and then I mix. And make sure that you scrape the sides of your bowl. Now the bowl that I have on the side is the cake flour, the baking powder, the cocoa powder, and the salt. So as I add in the eggs one at a time, I'll mix, and then I'm going to start to add in that cake flour mix. Just add in a little bit at a time, and then mix it, and then keep going a little bit at a time and mix again until all of it's mixed in together. So I'm going to continue to add the cake flour mixture to the butter mixture until they're all blended together. I'm going to continue to scrape the sides of the bowl. I'm going to stop and do that because you want to make sure that you're getting everything blended pretty well. So I'm just going to continue that with all of the cake flour until it's all done. And now I'm going to add in milk. So I'm going to add in a little bit of milk throughout, but I'm going to do it gradually. So as I mix in the cake flour, I'm going to add in milk and then mix again. So I'm just going to continue to do that. Now what I'm doing is adding baking powder and a little bit of distilled vinegar, and I'm just going to whisk that, and then I'm adding that into the entire mixture that I had previously mixed. The vinegar is kind of what's going to make the red velvet cake nice and fluffy. So I'm just going to mix all of that together. So of course this cake is, a themed cake, a themed dessert for Valentine's Day. But red velvet is like, a classic cake that you can make for whenever. I mean, it's perfect for Valentine's Day because it's red, or for Christmas, but you really can make it whenever. So my 3 9-inch cake pans are dusted with flour, and I sprayed them with a little cooking spray. I sifted the flour into the pans. So I just added the cake mixture to all 3 of the pans, and now I'm going to just, I like to throw them, I guess, on the counter to kind of get out the air bubbles and make sure it's all even. So they're going to bake on 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes. You can check on them as they are baking. So they are all set. They are fresh out of the oven, and now I'm going to move on to making the icing. I'm not using cream cheese icing. I wanted to do a little different kind of icing, so I'm just going to use buttercream. I particularly love buttercream, so it's like my go-to. So this is what I'm going to do. And we're just going to use, of course, butter to start off with the buttercream. I have vanilla extract. I have a little bit of milk that I'm going to add. And then also I have, of course, sugar. And I mean lots of sugar, you'll see. And And just like before, I'm going to scrape the sides of the bowl, and I'm going to gradually add in the sugar and the milk to the butter. So I'm just going to add them in and then mix and then continue on. So you don't want to just dump it all in at one time, or at least I don't. I prefer to just add it in. That way it's kind of getting mixed thoroughly, and you know, so this is what it looks like, nice and whipped. So we're going to move on to the fun part of actually frosting and decorating. I do want to note that I did wrap the cakes in saran wrap overnight, and then I came back to do the frosting part. So I just wanted them to, you know, kind of cool down on their own, put them in the fridge, wrap them real tight to keep them nice and moist and fresh. So then I came back and started to do the frosting. The frosting also was in the fridge overnight as well. So I'm just going to start to do that. And it's all going to start to look oh so pretty. And what really helps to do the frosting and decorating is this cool cake turntable that I have. I'll put that in the description below where I got it from. It's just, you know, real easy to pick up, and it was, you know, pretty affordable. So I definitely think you would need that tool if you're trying to, you know, really decorate it and ice it. It really helps to just make everything a lot easier. This is me just kind of doing the edges and making sure it's all like crisp. Oh, there you see. Oh, crisp. Hello, crisp edge. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the design, I guess, or decorating. So I am going to list the tip number that I used for this design, and I'm going to put it in the description box below. The candies are just conversation hearts that I found. I'm going to use some at the bottom and of course some at the top, and they really have some really cute sayings like call me, text me, DM me. They're really cute, so I'll list those as well. So you just want to continue to add the candy hearts all over the cake. There is no design pattern that I was using. I just randomly picked up some. So there you see there's like call me, LOL, you and me, BFF, gal pal, all those cool fun sayings. So this is a nice slice of cake. Anyone? And there you have it. Homemade red velvet cake with a buttercream frosting. A pretty tasty plate. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and save.